What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I'm here to get sweaty, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while I do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the deck I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are lowest for singles and full sets, including new releases. Compendium of Rathe singles are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then message Hemel to see what he can do for you. Using the data command will produce a link to Fablazing.com, the best source for deck list, matchup, and tournament data. Do you have too much money? Give some of it to me. Custom channel tokens, as used by 2025 US National Champion and World's Philadelphia Top 8 competitor Majin Bay, are available on my Ko-Fi. And you can spam the coolest emojis in chat by becoming a member of the channel. Now sit back and get cozy because the stream begins now. Happy Monday, everyone. It's me, Lupinefiasco, here to play Kayo for you. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hope if you played in a pro quest that you won it, or even just achieved a personal goal. I'm trying to, in my own life, move away from setting purely objective-based goals, because oftentimes they're disappointing, right? If you go to a tournament and you get first, then anything, or you set out to get first, then anything that isn't first is objectively disappointing, which is a bummer, right? Really not where you want to be in life. So I hope that if you did go to a pro quest that you did well, you played well, you achieved a goal if you had one. And then if you didn't, that's fine too. I did not go to a pro quest. We didn't have any here in NorCal. So I was just hanging out, watching The Calling. Morning, Eldorte. And it was good, right? And speaking of good, this hand is not that. I can convert it, right? Mandible Claw, discard Agile Wind-Up, Gauntlet, Beast Within. I guess that's probably the best I'm going to get out of this hand. Unless I wanted to just fire off a Tear Limb, which wouldn't be the worst thing, but then I'm going to play around the Flesh Bag. We're just going to take the consistent line here. So I was watching The Calling. More of The Calling than I usually watch. And I got to be honest with you, I generally do not watch Flesh and Blood content because I'm too busy making it. But I did watch a lot of The Calling, especially day 2. Really fun games, really fun to see June perform so well on Vincent. At the same time, it's very scary because the decks that I like to play are generally not good against Vincent. Kayo is kind of an interesting one. My list doesn't currently have AB1 in it, and I think I have to change that going into Pro Quests this week because I have a few... Oh, I can't gloves. Oh, well. I'm not going to worry about it. It's too late now. You are right. I needed to pitch the bear hug to gloves. I need to put AB1 into KO now. I think we're going to have at least one Vincent at my pro quests, and possibly 2. But, Wesley Dong played an amazing series of games. Okay, cool. The Tear Limb from Limb Play would not have been good. An amazing series of games. God, this hand sucks too. Why are my hands so bad? Drawing like Wesley Dong, where I'm just not getting just a bunch of shit. Wesley played that Vincent game so incredibly well. It was heartbreaking to watch him just not get there, right? Not be able to cover the full damage, especially considering that he missed a might earlier in the game, and that if he didn't miss the might, then he would have been able to win that game. This is a very awkward hand. So I can like block, go to 27, send 11, which I guess is better than like making this block or making this block, sending claw and arsenaling the Buckwild. I'll just push some damage, I guess. This hand is not great. I am going to make the decision to overpitch. I don't really see why Kayo would use Fleshbag here, but if they do, like if I Buckwild and hold the Beast within, and they Mandible Claw, or and they Fleshbag me, it's like so bad. So I'm just going to overpitch, really telegraph what I'm doing, but play around the Fleshbag. I'm really glad that Wesley lost that game. I mean, it was heartbreaking. I was rooting. It was such a complicated situation where I'm, one, rooting for him because I want to see Kayo win on stream, but I'm also rooting against him because if he wins the calling, Kayo LLs, and I really want to take it to ProQuest this week. In a clash of might with me? All right. I don't like that. I do like that my opponent just gave me a might. I don't like seeing that my opponent has a Blood Rush Bellow on top of their deck. I didn't realize how many cards this KO brought. So this feels like possible. I was going to say Wesley's list, but Wesley isn't playing yellow Strongest Survive. Ooh, this hand is not good. So we can block for 3. Take the 1. I can send the Show of Strength for 9. Arsenal the Swing Big. I'm about to get Blood Rush, which I do not love, but that's what the Fleshbag is for. So it was heartbreaking to see Wesley lose. Okay, I get to do my Blood Rush at least. It was heartbreaking to see Wesley lose, but at least it means I get to bring KO to my ProQuest this coming weekend. And then, yeah, just watching how well June was piloting Vincent was really, really impressive. This hand says that I really just don't want to block from hand. So we're going to give the Fleshbag here. See if I can stop my opponent from doing anything impressive. I'm assuming not because they just broke Sash. Fleshbag here might have been premature, but I'm guessing it means that I'm only getting hit by 3 chain links instead of 4, which is fine. I'm going to save armor for whatever this is. And if it turns out that my opponent just can't, if they just pass, then, dang. Definitely these two, which I'm probably going to use. This puts me to 11, which is probably fine. I don't think I need to give gauntlets here, but I will anyway. June's Listen playlines were so good. Hey, Odex, good to see you. Yeah, everyone I'm talking to on Discord is just coping. Surely not every Vincent will do that. And I'm like, God, I hope not, because that's really scary. Gonna miss Claw. Already played Vincent on Talishar. I did pair into a Vincent yesterday, which I thought was, expected. We are gonna break trackers here, of course. I do need the action point. What have I got going on? I can break Sash. Do I need to break Sash? Break Sash. Play Bear Fangs from hand. Could also, so I could break Sash, play Buckwild from hand. What I'm thinking about is I'm going to get Fleshbagged. I play Buckwild, I will have these 2 cards left in my hand. One of them is going to get intimidated, and then the Swing Big kind of doesn't, the Sash didn't matter. I think I'm breaking Sash, I'm playing the Bear Fangs, seeing what we find. If I keep this yellow after the Fleshbag, that's the ideal situation because I can pitch the Bear Fangs into Mandible Claw and then have the resource for Swing Big.
Oh. That's interesting if you're not going to give me Fleshbag, because I would like to Wild Ride here, but if I Wild Ride... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to close the chain. We Gauntlets first. That dumps the hand so that I can't get intimidated, right? I want to send the Wild Ride, use the resource, and then still have a card, at least one card to swing big, and if I find a blue, then I Mandible Claw swing big. But again, I'm opening myself up to getting Fleshbagged, so we don't do that. Yeah, I also already paired into a Vincent on Talishar. I mean, they're here. They're out here. They're playing. Which, like, cool. Understandable. The nice thing about Vincent on Talishar is that it is much harder for the random Talishar Vincent to pilot than it is for June to pilot. So, get your Freelo now. You're running at least 6 copies of Backhand? Wow. I mean, it got me. This is a wild list. You're reckless stampeding. Our opponent is wild and crazy. So you have 7 on top of your deck. My turn is just going to be send the Show of Strength. So we block like this. Attempt to kill our opponent. Alternatively, I'm taking 6 if I lose both clashes. I think we're still just taking this line. All right, we're bottoming the Fearless. We do lose this clash. And then I tie this one. Okay. And I'm going to bottom this Bare Fangs. Something funny happened while opting. I tried to catch the behavior, but I don't know. Something happened. Never seen Vincent play the way she did. Classic Fab coverage. I had to turn off chat. Oh, I always turn off chat. I can't have that negativity in my life. At least Boltyn is no longer the most played deck. They can just high roll you sometimes, but yeah, most of the time they don't pilot well and just die. Let's play backhand or fronthand. I mean, as much as I want to dump on this Kayo list for running 65 cards with 6 copies of backhand, I mean, I gotta say, it is currently ahead. I'm currently losing this game. You're gonna claw me for 3? Again, I gotta play around the Fleshbag here, so I want to just keep this hand. Play, send Buckwild into Bare Fangs, but if I get Fleshbagged, which it's likely that I do, I just don't get to keep the hand. So what if I Buckwild Overpitch, send the 7 go again? If I get Fleshbagged, then I Mandible Claw, and if I don't get Fleshbagged, then I Bare Fangs. Let's make this block. I think Oscilio is the better pick over Marionette for Yokohama. It's a hard call because we're going to have bans before Yokohama. I can't exactly make that call right now. There's the Fleshbag. That's why we pitched the way we did. Mandible Claw is going to take another card. I get to Arsenal this Bare Fangs, and we're kind of just hoping that our opponent doesn't have it. Buckwild for 6 into no follow-up. We can give the Vigorous Smash Up here. What does Vigorous Smash Up do if we make a Vigor? Does it do anything for us? Yeah, it lets us Mandible Claw, Fearless Confrontation, Bare Fangs. And if we lose the clash, we give our opponent a Vigor. Kind of doesn't do anything. We just send the Bare Fangs. If I make this block, yeah, I think we have to take the higher upside play. Then we win the clash. Do I want to sink swing big? No, I want a hit on top of my deck so that I know that my Bear Fangs is going to come in for 8. Today are bans. Morning Pyronic. Tomorrow, well, either today or tomorrow we'll have Sage bans. Right, the same swing big. It's hard to know when we're getting the bans because New Zealand. But at some point this week we are getting bans for Sage, not for CC. CC bans are coming 3 weeks from now at the end of CC ProQuest. That was a good game. That's some good value, turn to turn. I you know, we had our 36 value Blood Rush turn, but I was concerned. I don't know if our opponent was right to wait on the Scowling Flesh Bag. Like, they didn't need it. They forced me to play around it in weird ways that I would have preferred to not do. But I don't know. Against Lyath, I guess I do go second. Yep. This all looks like a thing that I could do. Concerning. What's concerning, Vitor? Good morning. Hello. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone enjoys playing against every Vin set that has ever existed on Talishar. I hope Lyath doesn't attack me. I feel like I'm getting attacked. Seems likely, given the situation. For 8, all right, that could have been worse. I'm gonna block with one of these Reckless Stampedes because I just don't want 2 of them. Yeah, that's too bad. Getting to keep that hand would have been kind of cool. We got the Blood Rush, which I could do, but this is like not a good Blood Rush turn. What I really want to do is play the Reckless Stampede, pitch the Wild Ride, and discard the Agile Windup and arsenal the Blood Rush. I'm a little concerned about the 4 mites. Two-Faced kind of blows me out. I think we are just going to do this. I would like to 5-card Blood Rush with Agility Might. So we'll see what happens. I don't feel like Vincent is a good deck. I feel like June is a really good player. Some really good games on stream overall. It was a very good stream. I know this. I think it's like a little bit of both, right? Like Vincent does just keep getting support. Deep Recesses of the Earth or whatever that card is called is really good. Let's have mine go first. Got a Beast Within on top. We're going to keep that on top. That's going to go well with this Blood Rush Bellow that I'm putting into my arsenal. See if you got a D-React or something for me. No. And then we will discard the Agile Windup. Opponent is going to have a 5-card hand and 4 mites, which is spooky. I certainly hope that nothing bad happens. Please don't destroy my arsenal. I would like it. Cut a long story short. For 11, you're showing me Razor Reflex. So I could Flesh Bag to try and get it. I could Flesh Bag to try and get it. I could just like block as much as I can. I mean, I could either block 9, take 2, discard the Wild Ride. I could give the Flesh Bag, take 9, discard the Beast Within, draw a card if I don't get the Razor Reflex. I could put 13 in front, and that doesn't work. So we're either like folding the hand and just burning the might and agility, keeping the blood rush in arsenal and waiting, or I'm giving the flesh bag and trying to hit a razor reflex, which is more exciting for me. Let's see. We had a 50% to have a really good turn. Let's see how good we are at flesh and blood. Okay. All right, so we're not getting hit by the long story. I mean, we're getting hit by it, but it's not taking our hand. Locking blow for 5 is pretty good. Let's go ahead and give the rest of our armor so that we can hopefully hit a good blood rush. If we end up needing to use our equipment, we can. Play a blood rush. Think we're breaking trackers now. We discarded the wild rat, unfortunately. Lyath, the Sigil of Solace. Let's break trackers. Let's clear that little visual bug. Okay, so we can Show of Strength, Mandible Claw, Buckwild, which I guess is the best we're getting out of this hand. Sash doesn't get us 4 chain links. Sash gets us Break Sash, Show of Strength, float 1 resource, Buckwild, float 2 resources, Beast Within. Nah, it's not worth it. Send the Show of Strength first. Oh, we didn't need to break. Oh my god, I forgot we had the agility. We didn't need to break trackers. We had the action point. Oh, that's rough. I am not playing well today, am I? I am punting quite heavily. That's interesting. What is Two-Face supposed to get rid of? Probably Blood Rush? I think Blood Rush is the best thing to get. Yeah, because if they don't take Blood Rush, I'm going to play the Blood Rush. I want to pitch differently. I want to overpitch to play around. Not that our opponent is going to leave him hanging here. If they were going to, they would have. All right, so this was fine. Yeah, I should have not broken the trackers here. I think the meta being full of decks that block bad means Vincent is in a good spot, but Verd LLing the season opens up Guardians a lot, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's really what Vincent thrives into. Hello? Oh no, Talishar. What the simulator is? Yes, this is talishar.net. New player happy to know this online app. Yeah, Talishar is nice. You do have to go into Talishar with the understanding that all of your opponents are terrible. They're all playing with brain damage. So you should not play Talishar expecting to get good reps. Battered, beaten, and broken for 6. You are going to Razor Reflex this, which means that I probably shouldn't block it. I could block with Smash Up, win the Clash, make a Vigor. My turn is play Wild Ride. I don't need to do that, though. I can wait to see what the rest of their turn is, because I am expecting a Razor Reflex here. John. What? Talishar randos aren't good. And I say that as a Talishar rando. Whoa, it was Razor Reflex. How did I know? Let's see what our opponent's going to do. Oh, I should have given the gauntlets here to stay at the same life total for when they Mocking Blow me. Never mind, it was this thing. Make a bunch of mites, that's pretty good. We are going to go ahead and do that. I am now in a weird spot where I kind of want to Sash here to Buck Wild Ride, but I need to play around, leave him hanging. So I'm just going to Buck Wild for 8. Talishar randoms are quite bad, and you pair into me, I am a Talishar random, it's true. %60 win rate on Tough Nut. Tough Nut is like good, right? If you only ever pair into decks, hey, it was Leave Them Hanging. If you only ever pair into decks that can't go 3 chain links wide. Good call from the opponent to not leave them hanging us. Oh, this hand is not good. This hand really needed a blue. Let's see what I'm going to get hit with for +9. Oh, it's just Titan's Fist. Go to 4, and then this is the hand. I think I kind of have to. I'd feel better about this if I had a blue, but hopefully this Blood Rush can fix it. Especially with Sash. Yeah, give Talishar a try. I mean, if nothing else, it's playing Talishar is better than not playing Talishar. Like, it definitely has that going for it. Hey, it's other Leave Them Hanging. Okay. This hand will work. So we are going to Sash here, as I kind of need to. We'll Wild Ride. It's less good. I would have liked this Bear Fangs. The Energetic Impact is still fine. It'll come in for 7. We're presenting lethal this turn. We get a turn before the Leave Them Hanging happens. I've got the Buck Wild in Arsenal, which is pretty good. If only we hadn't gotten Leave Them Hanging, this turn would have been sick. I would have had the blue to fix my turn. Aurora hype in June? Yeah. I think it's in May. Isn't Prague in May? And Prague is the world premiere. So, like, maybe the set releases in June? I actually don't know. It probably releases in June. This is public information, but I have no way to know. One person plays 1,000 times better even against a bad player. It's true, but it's still better than nothing. Like, Talishar is better than just pure theory crafting or watching coverage or watching streams. Like, watching streams, watching coverage is helpful because you see good players make plays. On streams, you can watch medium players talk through their decisions. But in-person play is for sure ideal. So my hypothesis, El Dorte, is that we are getting... My pet theory, which is probably wrong, is that we are getting... Ice Wizard, new Icelander, Lightning Runeblade, new Aurora, and then we are getting, what did I say? Aurora, Icelander, and then we're getting Lightning Ranger, Ice Ranger. And I think that's going to be our, like, 4 split. And the reason I think it's going to split like that is that it's just kind of weird. I think Ice Runeblade is, like, not going to be a thing. I think Ice Runeblade is, like, way too broken. All right, what am I doing here? Probably just this block. The Vigorous Smash Up really doesn't do anything for me. I wish I had a way to... I wish this was like a Wild Ride so that one resource would let me do Attack Claw. As it is, I think I'm probably going to 2, sending Buckwild for 8 into Mandible Claw for 3. What I'm trying to think about is we've seen 2 leave them hangings at this point. Opponent blocked with 1, 1's on the board. I'm trying to think of how I play around another leave them hanging, because if I make this block, go to 2, or sorry, if I make this block, go to 2. Jesus, I don't know why it's not clicking the swing big. I want to block with the swing big. If I make this, go to 2. Pitch blue, Buckwild for 8, go again, and I get leave them hanging. Then I lose my other Buckwild, and I can't follow up with the Mandible Claw. But if I make this block, make the Vigor go to 2, I can overpitch to the Buckwild, send 8, and then be guaranteed to Mandible Claw. But I think that's got to be, like, too bad. I think I make this block, I Buckwild. If I get leave them hanging, it still takes 2 cards from my opponent, and they need to give me, like, 3 cards on defense. And if they don't leave them hanging, then I get to Buckwild, Break Chain, Gauntlet, Claw for 4. I think this is going to be better. Yeah, Claw for 4 because I have gloves, but I'm not playing around leave them hanging, but I think that's just too way far in my own head about, like, what's the worst case scenario? Like, if it's leave them hanging, blue, these don't cover 8. It would have to be, like, blue, Oasis Respite, 3 block is how they get out, and it just, like, doesn't work. All right, we get there. Barely. We barely got there on that 50% chance. One, it would be BMing to, like, break the chain and do gauntlets when I just win off Mandible Claw, but it also just wouldn't be plus value because my opponent would get to block with Rampart again. That worked. We got there off the back of that 50% to not get, cut a long story shorted. Use Glaive and then swing with Claw. Ooh, Dread Zeppelin. I don't know who Dread Zeppelin is. Dread Zeppelin, like, that makes sense to me. What is my Huntsman plan? Oh, I just fat stack? I am playing Beaten Tractors. Hello, Lupine. Hello. Do I want to play Erase Phase? Like, am I just putting it in... I could just play 73 cards here. But there's also the idea of, like, what if I didn't play the bad cards? So Erase Face is a new addition to the list that I brought for Oscilio, Dio. I don't know if I should just fat stack or if I play the good cards, and Erase Face is, like, not a good card because I'm not interacting with Arakni in any way. Let's just do this. Let's do the 68 and see what happens. Hey, this hand sucks. Opponent on 63. To my 68, that's just going to balance out. So against Arakni, I'm not super trying to set up anything. I'm just trying to kill in first cycle. Earth Illusionist? I don't want to see any more Illusionists. Come on. Let's block with High Pitch Towel here. Excessive Blood Loss. This is the only real time that I'm going to block a blood loss. So they shred, that's fine. The way that we're getting there on Arakni is just kind of disrespecting the deck damage. I only want to block if I'm blocking something that's attacking my hand. I don't really care about my deck. That's why I brought 68 cards. You're so lucky June was on a tear yesterday. Erase Face is for Oscilio. Hi, Steven. That's what we're hypothesizing at Metal Fab, is that Erase Face is better than Weakest Link. I have two ways to approach this hand. I could play for just sending a Blood Rush, which is maybe going to be good enough, or I could keep the Blood Rush and just hope to find it later, and that line is Buckwild Bearfangs, which is probably 14 damage and 15 value. If I Blood Rush, I'm pitching blue Buckwild, floating 2 resources, hoping to discard yellow, hoping to discard the Bearfangs. So like, that's just not good enough. We're just going to do this. So we're putting a Blood Rush to the bottom of our deck, which we can find later. Like, I am not trying to pitch stack Arakni. I want to kill Huntsman in first cycle. Wow, what a fun and exciting card Hunter or Hunted is. What are you going to get? Agile windup. Not great, but could be worse. Also, I forgot that Hunter or Hunted shuffles my deck, so pitching this Blood Rush to the bottom is actually not, like, terrible. Imagine playing a Guardian next set. Gonna be a struggle once again. Yeah, I am thinking about playing Guardian next set, which would make the Vinset matchup much better. We're going to fleece the Frail Me. This is for 4. You are definitely going to Mask of Perdition me. You're possibly going to Black Tech me. So I suspect what I'm doing is not blocking, playing the No Fear, banishing these 2, sending the Show of Strength, and then arsenaling the Wild Ride and not letting Arakni know that I have it. Yeah, you break all your shit. I am just going to show you the 2 cards that I need to show you. If our opponent has like +1 in Arsenal somehow, I'm going to be really pissed about it. But I don't think Huntsman is likely to have a +1. They are more likely to have a +3, in which case I still don't want them to know about this. If I flick you, does it take 1 of the prevent? It takes all of the prevent. They can flick, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth keeping. I think it was still fine to play No Fear there, because I can't get it into my arsenal, which is where I really want it to be. Like, the blowout there is our opponent has, like, Codex. But still, Kunai is a +1, but they didn't have the resource for it. You have to pay for Kunai. Oh no, my inertia trap. That works. This hand is a hand of cards. So this excessive blood loss, I just don't care about. I'm not blocking this. I can't block it for 2 reasons. The first is Shred, so I can't even like put Savage Sash in front of it. The other reason is, hello? I can't put armor in front of it, and it would reduce my overall damage if I blocked this. Like, it sucks that I'm going to lose cards, but at the same time, that's why I am playing 68 into the Arakni. What are you trying to do? Okay, they just wanted to... I see. All right. We're going to Wild Ride. We're going to pitch Strongest Survive. We're obviously hoping to discard Beast Within. Which I guess maybe we should pitch Bear Hug in that case. We pitch Strongest Survive, we discard the Bear Hug. Yeah, we'll keep the Bear Hug in deck. I think that's better. We don't get there. We do get to Gauntlets this... Or, sorry, we don't get to Gauntlets the Strongest Survive. I do get to play the Strongest Survive, which is, you know, maybe relevant. Probably not because Arakni has armor. Never mind. Now it feels better because Arakni might not have armor. Arakni can't just, like, show me a 4. Arakni has to block if they want to show me a 4. So far, we're, you know, drawing the bad cards. Feeling very much like Wesley in this situation. Where the deck just does not want to cooperate. Plunder the Poor, we're not going to block it. I need to play around Shred at every opportunity because that's, you know, something that Arakni can do. All right, let's see if we are good at the game. Yes and no. Not as good at the game as we would have liked to be. But this is still fine. So we've already started the day by cursing June for popularizing Vincent, a hero that is usually pretty good against the decks I like to play. I'm also now going to continue that by cursing Tao Tao for popularizing Arakni Huntsman, a deck that is just really annoying to play against. Deck that just really is not a good experience. Oh, God. Fucking Huntsman. This card is sick. Excessive Blood Loss is really good. Impressive how many Huntsmen aren't on the Graven equipment yet. Well, is the Graven equipment good? Like, if your plan is Fatigue, isn't just Perdition better? Like, I guess you could be playing Graven Boots instead of Whisperers, but... against, like, Perdition has to be better than the head. Maybe Flick Knives isn't better than the arms? That I don't know. The Strongest Survive here pretty good. I would have preferred to send Mandible Claw into Show of Strength, but we're at least forcing some weird decisions from our Arakni. Yeah, the boots make sense compared to the black tech. I mean, I gotta tell you, I just hope that... I'm glad that Huntsmen aren't on the optimal builds. I'm just hoping fewer people play Huntsman. Very annoying deck. Just keep telling ourselves, you know? Not every Huntsman is Tao Tao. Alright, no harm, no foul. This is not a good hand. Just send the Wild Ride, I guess. Jesus. Yeah, Kayo is not doing the thing this game. We had two really good games before this, where we just kind of lucked into it. And Kayo this time, not so much with the cooperation. Yeah, we're just going to pass. We're just going to Arsenal the Wild Ride and hope. Alright, well if we get to keep this hand, then we're kind of doing the thing. Kind of getting in there. Yeah, definitely having a real KO moment today in this game where we, you know, have drawn a bunch of hands that don't do anything. Kind of come in with Peeler. Next time they defend with one or more equipment this turn, the equipment have -1 while defending. Which means I can probably give Sash here. It's something I want to give anyway. I could give the Crown of Providence, and I guess not do anything. You tunicked for this, so I'm assuming you're expecting me to give armor. I'm going to give Providence here, and I'm going to prov away my arsenal. I have Go again in like 2 Buck Wilds in hand, so I don't super need this. I don't super need the Wild Ride in arsenal. You're going to double trouble me for 1. I'll block with the Beaten Trackers to get armor value before I potentially break them. I really don't want to block with Sash in case this is Shred. Like, I'd rather lose the points on the 2 on my Sash and have it than play into Shred and not have my Sash. So this is fine. I think your title should be playing Claws while I still can. I mean, I don't care about Claws. You think I'm going to play Levia after this? Absolutely not. All right, let's do the thing. We got 2 Buck Wilds. We're maybe doing okay. We're maybe in there. Let's see how many blues we can draw. All right, that's not good enough. So we're gonna break the Sash. We're gonna Bare Fangs. Okay, that'll work. That'll work for us. We just needed a blue. So now I get to Buckwild Beast Within, which is like fine. There's the Inertia Trap, so now I'm definitely not trying to keep cards. All the other brutes are gonna cry when Claw goes. Yeah, but fuck those brutes. This'll work. All right, we're getting in for big damage. And we're not getting punished by the inertia, because I didn't want to keep cards anyway. Kind of assuming this is Codex of Frailty, if you're keeping 1 card. Codex, you're going to grab Leave No Witnesses. What am I going to do? Thinking. Because I need to... Oh, Jesus, none of my cards don't block. All right, well, in this moment where my cards don't block, I guess... Land of Lumoria? Hey, thanks for watching. None of my cards block, and that's kind of a problem. So I can block with Smashing Ground and Gauntlets. I guess the best way to do this is going to be... Jesus, this sucks. This is streamed. This is being streamed. All right, so the biggest damage I can get is like Show of Strength. And I just send 7... Like, discard Bare Fangs, block with Gauntlets and Smashing Ground, pitch Bare Fangs, send Show of Strength for 8, Arsenal Wild Ride. Alternatively, no, that's kind of just the best I've got, sadly. Because I have to go down to 2 cards in hand, so I can't, like... grab Wild Ride and try to go. Bare Fangs is technically more value than Show of Strength because I make a Might behind it, but it means that I'm potentially like drawing some shitty blue. Like I draw a Fearless Confrontation and then I'm sad about it. We're just gonna grab Show of Strength. We'll discard Bear Fangs. Yeah, this is what we'll do. I'm committing to this. Block, block. We send 8. Medax Reinhardt. Yeah, I know. Sigma Chaos is always like so about it, and it's just like, I don't care. Blocking is for Guardians. We don't need blocks. Brute Gaming. I was thinking about arsenaling the Bear Fangs red. It's just arsenaling the Wild Ride puts me into a better position if my arsenal doesn't get touched. Hey, it's a card that says I'm not blocking you. Yep, you got it. I'm sorry, you're representing attack reactions? There's no way. Grab the Wild Ride for next turn, send a red Bear Fangs now. Yeah, that would have been a fine line. Oh, I wanted this Reckless Stampede. All right, I got options. I can Wild Ride, hope the hand gets better. I can also just Bear Fangs Gauntlets Wild Ride, which is fine. I can also Buck Wild Gauntlets Claw, which I think is my best line. What have I seen? What are you less likely to hunter or hunted? I have an equal amount of Vigorous and Bear Hug in my deck. All right. Cool, we just get blocks. Yeah, we'll just take this line, which plays worse into Disruption, but plays better if Arakni doesn't have it, doesn't touch my arsenal. All right, kind of a wash from both players. All right, we're out here. I think we get rid of we keep the Buckwild in deck. All right. How are we navigating this turn? If we Mandible Claw, we use the 2 floating, we Wild Ride, we pitch the blue. I can kind of always do something. If I Wild Ride first, there's a chance that I discard the blue. All right, Mandible Claw for 6, or for 5. Wild Ride pitch. If I keep this hand, I get to just Strongest Survive. The problem is going to be if I discard the Vigorous and draw like another Strongest Survive. Lost 2 KOs on the second, the Calling to too much damage. This is how I get there. Let's send the Wild Ride first. Just trying to think. I have 1 Blood Rush left in my deck. Where's my No Fear? There it is. I have 1 Miss left in my deck. All right. This got worse. It's fine. It's workable. What am I losing? Reckless Stampede. No, I wanted that card. Oh, okay, GG. Let's see what our opponent has. What are they GGing about? I don't know why this is a GG. Are you saying that I have lost the game? Because I believe... Oh, hey. Hey, I found you. No, let's just keep going. You're fine. Why GG? Okay, I have no more misses in my deck. My opponent has no more hunted or hunters, hunter or hunteds. Oh no, you still have 1. How the fuck do I get out of this? Gauntlets. Mandible Claw Wild Ride. I really want to discard this beast within, which means that I need to put myself into a position to discard it, which I guess means I'm gauntleting first. There we go. Could have been better, could have been worse. We finally got there, though. We finally got the beast within discard. All right, now I think this is probably GG. You get to do 5 into 7. You have a D-React? What's the arsenal? Shred. Barely. BRBs all had to be good. Yeah, we got the 31 damage Blood Rush. Into the 16, into the 21. That'll do it. It was spooky, though. The Arakni was sending good damage. I mean, until we had the 31 damage Blood Rush, I was really concerned. Oh, you sunk them just to get me later? Happens. What were you sinking them to? Just banish them. These assassins are also always arsenaling Shred. What's up, Rose? There was a real world. Okay, I was not paying attention to chat. Lions for Guardian. How's it going, my guys? Morning, Rose. Did we get scared when Kayo almost won Montreal? I was so torn. I wanted Kayo to win a calling, but I also didn't want Kayo to LL. I said Vincent didn't win. Vincent winning would have been fun. Got a lot of blues clumping together. Story of my life. I hit Noah on KO this weekend, and man, that deck is scary. Yeah. KO is very spooky. GG's. Yeah, KO is a spooky deck. I would be surprised if he doesn't LL this weekend in ProQuest. He needs 41 points, and he's at 1.5x. I don't know how many points he's getting per ProQuest win. Like, I assume it's 3-ish, like it's been previously. So if he's getting 4.5 win, he's getting 9 for every 2, which means he needs 9 wins to LL. Got top 2 with Terra yesterday. Did you play him a lot? I didn't play him as much as I wanted to. Ew, this is a spooky one too. Valda, I think I'm going second. So the Valda matchup is really bad. It's definitely our worst Guardian. I think every Guardian is... Oh, you're going to leave? This is your best matchup. This is like why you play the deck. All right. Do I have a Boltyn board? Oh, I do have a Boltyn board. That's fun. Erase Face coming out makes sense. Sure. This is a board I put together. I'll trust myself. Oh, hey, Vitor. Oh, you want to beat me up on the other good deck, Vitor? All right. Okay. This has got to be a bad one for me too, right? I just never block. Which means I probably don't want Yellow Vigorous, which is here. I probably want Buckwilds if I'm never trying to block. I didn't play Terra as much as I wanted to. I baited myself into playing Dory, Dawnblade or DGA Dory. This hits. If the yellow card was charged this way, this gets go again. Surely. Oh, you just get it. Okay. So I give you boots here, make you give me the soul. Do I want to sink swing big? Yes. See if I can find a blue. Hey, we got there. We get to send Wild Ride. Oh shit, I forgot I had the Vigor. That's fun. I didn't play as much as I wanted to. 2 weeks ago, I baited myself into DGA Dory, and then didn't enjoy it as much, and there were no NorCal PQs this last weekend. Everyone was playing Turtles instead. And apparently not playing Turtles. Like, none of our stores had events because of Ninja Turtles, and then apparently no one showed up to play it. And it's like, cool. That's unfortunate. I would not have traded Red Strongest for Blue Strongest if I could have avoided it, but Blue Strongest in Arsenal is not as bad as it could be. I only lost to DGA in like 40-ish Terra games. Yeah, DGA is really bad for Terra. It's not unwinnable, and you can definitely tech for it, but it's not our good one. This is 5. My hand does Buckwild, Strongest Survive, probably Arsenal or Run Roughshod. I don't think I'm blocking here. Unless you, I mean, I could block here. I don't think I'm blocking this either. You're gonna get this go again. All right. Sure. That's a reasonable thing to have happen on turn 1. This is coming in for 5. If I block it, it becomes 6, which means I'm just not blocking it because Lumina Ascension is fair and balanced. Is this a blocking hand? I guess this is a blocking hand. As we block now. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to block earlier. I was just so tilted that I wasn't paying attention. We're just going to Strongest Survive for 6 here. It's like, it's not great. It'll probably force Boltyn to do something. Yeah, I think I was supposed to fold the hand. I was just so tilted at the double Lumina. But Huntsman not even know Tao Tao was going to bring it or was even playing it. Florian left the format. I think that's a reasonable pivot. This hand is pretty okay. This hand gets to do what? Buckwild into Gauntlet High Pitch Towel into Arsenal Bare Fangs and probably plan to Beaten Trackers. Especially if my opponent does nothing. Unless you have a God hand, you're folding to double Lumina every time. It's good to know. I apologize for the double Lumina comment. The universe is balanced. No, that makes sense. I would have prevented 7 points of value with the double soul. Yeah. No, I know. Hands of Lemuria. You told me that. You told me your name. My memory isn't always great, but I can remember something that someone just told me. We gauntlets here. I guess I'm supposed to pitch for that. And a high-pitched towel. Yeah, now we're setting the Bare Fangs. I'm looking at how I can trade armor. I mean, at least Sash. I've got the Beaten Trackers. Yeah, we're setting up for a big hand. And the deck responds. All right, 4. This gets +1. So we can give Sash here for sure. Do I care about the Flesh Bag? This just has, this doesn't have an on-hit yet. There's a million souls, so I'm not playing around. I guess, you know what? We're going to get the Sash here. This is going to be a big turn. I'm playing around Beacon of Victory in hand. I'm guessing this is just Dawnblade. I mean, it could be something from, or Raiden. It could be something from Arsenal. I'm not going to block this. There's the Boltyn. Let's see what the arsenal is. If it's something I need to care about. It is not. Boltyn cannot currently give this go again. Boltyn has a card in Banish that will be coming back, so this is just 3 damage. I don't need to give gauntlets here. My turn is going to be pitch Vigorous, play Blood. Oh no, I can't pitch Vigorous because I have the Blood Rush. I think I'm just playing Blood Rush. I guess I could block with Vigorous, make the second Vigor, and try to find a blue on top of my deck. Is that better? Yeah, that seems fine. Yes, I do want to sink Wild Ride. You have some bullshit. Okay. Blood Rush, we do not have an agility. So I am going to break trackers. As I am showing 2 cards without go again. But I can get my action point. Found 2 blues. Okay. So this has go again. I have an action point. What do I get to do with this? I get to Bare Fangs. Bare Fangs, pitch, float 2 resources. Or no, I'm going to swing big. If I swing big first, I go swing big, pitch, float 2, Mandible Claw, float none, closed chain, gauntlets, Bare Fangs. Or I break Sash, play Bare Fangs, try to turn a blue into a Wild Ride or a Buck Wild. That's just not good. All right, we're not going to break Sash this turn. We are just going to send 10 into 5 into 11. Oh, careful with Blunton. That's right, I do need to care about that card. Okay, so if I'm playing around Blunton, then I'm going to close the chain after this. I mean, I could have done it earlier. I'm going to close the chain, Gauntlet, Mandible Claw, Bare Fangs. I just Gauntlet first, and that's how I get around it. You're right. I do need to play around Blunton. Thank you, chat. Forgot about that. Yep. I can do that. Opponent giving us probably 4 + 6. Oh, you're not giving me the Boots. Okay, Boots is Quicken. My hand is something. That is a hand of cards. Closed chain, gauntlets, Mandible Claw. That's how we play around the Blunton. And then we Bare Fangs. And we hit the 6 off the top. We big up. All right. What do you got for me? Beaming Bravado is 3 go again. You charged Celestial Cataclysm. I'm not blocking this. I guess I probably will. I don't need to block this though. Mandible Claw, discard. Sash now. I don't think I'm blocking this. I'm going to block something. All right, there's Cataclysm. All right, so this is going to be 3 into 7 into 3. And I need to block somewhere in here. So I guess I can do it now. Does this matter? This puts me to 13. This puts me to 10. Probably give the front half of Gauntlets here. My turn is just going to be Strongest Survive for 8 Arsenal Bare Fangs. We take this. You have enough armor that you could cover a good amount of damage. This could be 3, 6, charge, 7. Yeah, beacon here would be spooky. Oh, if he's just gonna, or there, sorry, I don't know your pronouns, Vitor. If you are just gonna fold the hand. Ah, poop. I see. I'm pretty up if I can find go again. I could not find go again. But what this hand does do very well is block. So I get to do block, block. Take 1, we're gonna clash. Run roughshod on top. Does get sunk. That card does not say Bloodrush Bellow on it. And then we just show of strength. Push some damage. Can't use the vigor, unfortunately. I would love for our opponent to just block 9 again. Morning, Savant. Or Savant. Or Savant, if you're French. I do enjoy Boltyn having to think, because if this was gas, then it would just, fold the hand. We have no cards left in Soul, so I'm less concerned about Beacon of Victory. But I, have to respect it, obviously. It could be attack, charge Soul, play Beacon, find Lumina, Lumina Raiden. If that's the case, I can block it. Les Serons. So far, just looking at an armor block. This is the Quicken one, which I'm not super concerned about. I have a decent amount of armor. So you're gonna do what? Charge, no charge, play the D-React. Hey, we found it. This is spoopy. Oh no. Now this is very spoopy. This is the Quicken one. All right. 4 turns into Boltyn ability to charge your soul. I get to do the fun thing. We're so up. Got him. Wow, we're even farther up than we were before. So we get to Mandible Claw. We get to Mandible Claw into Break Chain, Savage Sash. Actually, hold on. Sorry, I have to play around Blunton. All right, if I'm playing around Blunton, that means that Can I play around Blunton here and, still have a reasonable turn? I've seen 2 Blood Rushes, so if one is on top and I Wild Ride first, I'm just sad. I can Gauntlet, Wild Ride, Sash, Wild Ride, Mandible Claw. Do I care about Blunton here? My arsenal is Bare Fangs. There's not really a good way to do this. Just isn't a good way to do this safely. Because I want this blue. I have 5 resources. If I sash, yeah, there's not a good way to do this safely. All right, we're just gonna do this. If they have it, they have it. They're still at 4 with very little armor. If they have Blunt, they have Blunton. I'll discard the Wild Ride. I still get to Gauntlet Bare Fangs. All right, we're up. Cancel. I can Gauntlet first, because why not? So that if I do miss, I don't whiff the or I don't miss out on the damage. You're gonna Soul Shield me. And then I Bare Fangs you. GG. All right, what do we have in the arsenal? What was I gonna get domed for? It's the Bolt of Courage. Oof. GG Vitor, that the fearless confrontation MVP. That was so bad. Back to the stream to cry about fearless. The 33 damage blood rush that got me ahead into the fearless confrontation, setting up the 24 damage blood rush. I was way too greedy anyway. God Gamer, thank you, Rose. Everyone subscribe. Everyone become a YouTube member so that you can spam God Gamer and K-Pog in chat. Or Loot Pog, whatever it is. Oh no, Vitor, that was so tragic. Right, into Oscilio, I get to actually decide if Erase Face is a good card that I want to play. Hello. Good luck, have fun. God, that was so... Oh, this hand sucks. Please attack. Please send physical damage. So, that was so brutal. All right, what happens... So let's say I don't Fearless there. If I... Oh, thank you for attacking me. Holy shit. I'm so up. What happens if you Boltyn reaction the... You Boltyn reaction the V for the V of the Vanguard, and then I respond with Fearless. Do you burn the soul and I also stop the go again, or does the go again already happen? Hey, this hand didn't get better. Jesus. We just Erase Face, I guess? This isn't good. I'm gonna Arsenal this Run Roughshod? Man, these hands are poopy. Okay, the go again whiffs. Okay, so that's how I need to do it in the future. Let you react and then respond, and I get a soul from you too for the super blowout. Okay, cool. Good to know. It only works if they have 1 soul, otherwise they can re-up in response again. Interesting. Wasn't that why I brought it? Well, I brought the Erase Phase, but I would have liked to, you know, Buck Wild first. I want the Oscilio to commit to taking damage before I disrupt them. Yeah, this kind of works out. We Arsenal the Run Roughshod, and we're sad about it if I can't find something. Etchings is fine. I get to Mandible Claw. Mandible Claw, Pitch Vigorous. Fearless Confrontation, the Claw. Closed Chain, Gauntlets, Run Roughshod. Arsenal, Show of Strength. And it's like, fine. We've had a series of 5 turns. Okay, only do it if you have 1 soul. Otherwise, I do it before you can react. Understood. I mean, the good news for us is this Oscilio has had... Oh, you're right on time. The good news for us is this Oscilio has had a very slow start. We've already seen 2 shocks. Sigil of Brilliance on your turn? Into Blast for 7, into Instant Response, into Pick Up Sigil. So the blowout here is like Blink. I'll block with the Trackers because I'm looking to Savage Feast here. I don't think I need to give Sash yet. But maybe I should have, I don't know. I'm also not going to Savage Feast to start. I'm going to Wild Ride. But I think I should have given Sash here. What am I trying to stop? Kind of wish I had that Erase Face now. Pitching a Press. That I assume you drew, or else you would have played it. We're not going to Savage Feast here. I'm going to Wild Ride and see what I keep. Into a Buck Wild is almost exciting. I could break Sash. Let's see how the Oscilio blocks. The problem with this hand is I'm not sending Disruption, I'm just sending damage. So if I break Sash here, I follow up with 7, I get 16 damage out of the rest of this turn. All right, you're not giving me Flash, so that's interesting. Oh, what? No, I'm like stressing way too hard about this. No, I just get to do the, oh my god. I get to just do the Kayo line of Mandible Claw into 2 for 8 and Arsenal the Buck Wild, and then have it for next turn. So Oscilio is not yet blocked with Flash of Brilliance, which makes me think that their hand is interesting. Like, them blocking with Greaves here for just a point of damage makes me think that they're about to combo me. But the fact that they didn't flash the Brilliance to have a bigger hand makes me... Yeah, no, Drew, you're totally right. I like stressed over that for way too long. It like doesn't, it was not a hard decision. And I just got weird about like what I should be doing. All right, so now we're in a weird spot where they have not broken Greaves yet, but this is a big turn and they're obviously prepping for something, which makes me think I'm giving Fleshbag here. I am not going to block 4. As much as possible, I don't want to block from hand. And while this Gone in a Flash has go again, and I have not taken damage this turn, I'm not going to block completely. Because if I block 4 on a Gone in a Flash, and they have Channel Lightning Valley to pick it up, that means that not only do they get the Gone in a Flash back, but I also now have to deal with Channel Lightning Valley trigger. So if you put yourself in a position where you're taking damage from Gone in a Flash, the Oscilio has to choose whether they want to pick it up or whether they want to draw a card. Now I can start giving armor. Like, I don't want to block this Blast to Oblivion for 3, but if I wanted to for some reason, like if I really wanted to put armor in front of the Blast to prevent the damage in full, then I'm okay with doing it. If you had an action point already and you're breaking Greaves, I assume you're... Oh, you're not double spelling me, you just don't have the blink. You're gonna play the Sigil. Oh, Seduce Secrets. Man, that card is so ass. This is how you know Oscilio needs some bans. When the rest of the deck is so good that they can afford to play Seduce Secrets. Which is so ass. Okay, so far I have not seen why you need 2 action points. I think it's easier to play around Fleshbag Oscilio if you use it early. So the reason I wanted to use Fleshbag there is our opponent is dead if they don't kill me or disrupt me. I am going to threaten lethal. Like, this hand is good. I have Sash, I have Beaten Trackers. I'm very much in a position where I can kill them. Uval's our Mind Warp, that's fine. I go to 3 is less fine. I'm probably dead. That's a Buckwild. I don't need 2 Trackers here. I mean, the Seduce is going to work for them. Like, I think I'm just dead. I need to break Sash. I guess I didn't need to break Sash there. The problem, well, so I am threatening lethal. This is a 21 damage turn. It all depends on what Oscilio has to block with. So, like, here the argument is that waiting later in the turn gives you better odds of hitting that Mind Warp. I see what you're saying. So what I'm hoping for here is that Oscilio is going to, like, not kill me. Is going to commit to, like, going low to try to keep the combo, and then I erase face. I'm also hoping that they just don't have cards that block, which seems unlikely. I mean, Volzar's at 1, 2, Shock kills me. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's fair. I should have just waited longer. Cool. I see what you're saying. Yeah, hitting the Mind Warp there would have been really good. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright, so this game doesn't matter. How am I boarding into Tough Nut? Ugh. I do have, actually, I'm just going to leave. Looking for meta heroes. Tough Nut is not a meta hero. No, Josh, you're right. I should have just waited. Dio, this is also going to be a hard one, especially when we have to go second. It didn't matter they had Etching. This is the card you did intimidate. Fair. Yeah, I mean, that's... So we have the... 2 things happened that game. One, we drew really poorly early. They kind of did too. But as Kayo, I need to go faster. Oh god, what a hand of cards. As Kayo, I need to go faster. Because the Oscilio is in a position where the longer the game goes on, the worse it is for me. Because... Now, Erase Face is good, but I want the Go again. GG. It was it was a close one. It didn't go my way. The thing is, so the KO needs to draw better than Oscilio early, because if Oscilio has time, they can just block until they find the combo, or they put you in the Aurora, or I mean, I guess now Silver Age Briar situation of I'm low enough, Oscilio can just block out until he finds Shock. So... yeah, I think the reason that game went so poorly for me is I just drew like shit early. And then Wealth had Brilliance gone in a flash on turn 3. Wealth, I was curious why on the turn before you comboed me, why you didn't flash your Brilliance. I was thinking maybe you just didn't have it. All right. Can I stop this Boom Grenade? It depends a lot on what Dio has. I think I'm fine to start giving armor here to try to take them off of it. How to win I mean, it's every aggro game. Oh, never mind, they have Spark. I definitely can't stop them. Fair and balanced Spark of Genius. What the fuck is this card? If an item or equipment is banished from boosting, so this is 4? Why do you have 0 action points? You cranked this. I am going to attempt to stop the boom grenade because I think I can. We're up tremendous. And then I just send Show of Strength. I'm going to Arsenal this Bear Fangs. I will very likely not be looking to stop the second boom grenade. Surprised they didn't give adaptive plating, but I guess it's just damage. Alright, well, we're keeping this hand. I thought about didn't want to get rid of any of my cards in hand. That's fair. Against this T-Bone, I guess I'm giving Tractors here. I'm not trying to stop the boom grenade. And I'd rather save my blocking equipment for, like, I don't know, if there's a heist. If there's something that ends up being important. And wow, our opponent has really done us a favor by drawing boom grenades, which I gotta tell you, it feels great. Like, if somehow they present something that says, yeah, you know what? I do want to block that. Then I'll cape the gauntlets. I'm probably looking to use gauntlets on whatever this is. So you are either going to gun me or you're going to get an arsenal. Our opponent still has a ton of armor, so I'm going to pitch the strongest survive. Ooh, I get to keep the swing big. I am going to break Trackers. I currently have 2 big attacks, and neither one has go again. Find a Wild Ride. All right, we're going to break Sash. I am going to use my second action point to swing big. I'm going to follow up with Wild Ride, hoping to discard the Beast Within. Assuming I don't brick. We have the Bear Fangs follow-up. The ideal... Ooh, opponent just folds the hand. Okay. This is fine. Obviously, having this blue and discarding the Beast Within would have been great. Opponent is just blocking out, which is also fine. I'm still pushing a ton of damage. Bear Fangs for 11. We get the rest of the cards, putting Dio to 6, which is great. Dio has no more armor and will no longer get to keep a full hand of cards. And I am very much in a position... This is interesting. I could block with the Smash Up and just fix the top of my deck and still get to Wild Ride Show of Strength, very likely. Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm showing a Bear Hug. Honestly. Oh, wait, you won the Clash. That's fine. You have a Max V on top? I just assumed that I would win that Clash. This is still fine. We come in with 6, follow up with 3. I'm going to go ahead and do it here. Get another card out of Dio. I just assumed I would have the Vigor. Hey, this hand sucks. Fast and the Furious coming in for 3. What does this hand do? His hand does pitch to Mandible Claw, discard Fearless, Gauntlet Strongest Survive, take 3 cards from Dio. It could... Nah, the Vigorous Smash Up just really doesn't do anything for me. I'm just taking damage here. I don't need to respect any of this. If Dio puts an item into play, that's even better for me because it just means that she doesn't have something else to do. Pick up Pulse Wave Harpoon. I need to show you 3 cards. I'm going to block with one of them. Does it matter? No. I guess show you these. I have a might, so she still has to give me 2 cards on whatever 3 for 5 I send. Unfortunately, I just needed 4 cards to convert this hand, and on 3 cards it's going to be much worse. Which means I'm probably just, whatever she takes, I'm blocking with something else. Or I guess I hold it so that I can block the gun. Yeah, we're just gonna hold for the gun. And I'll block with Smash Up to see what's coming up for everyone. I have a Smashing Ground, which I'm going to sink. Oh, that's who you had 2 action points. Got it. Struggle to Survive here will take 2 cards. Unless she just can't block it. On a 2-card hand, dash. I mean, she's still spooky. I'm still very killable. Especially if she finds Cerebellum off the top. Alright, I'm less worried now. You're going to find probably Fast and Furious. 0-60 is the same thing. What does my hand do? Be bad. I guess I'm making this block. That was it was almost a good hand of cards. And then it wasn't. I mean, still, we're taking 2 cards with the swing big. At least 2, possibly 3, if Dio's hand is whatever. Uh-oh. Talishar. Talishar, what's going on? Okay, cool. Talishar's still here. I wish I had a might still. How did you have an action point? So many of Dio's turns are like, how did you do that? All right, 3-card Dio hand. I'm still concerned. I'm less comfortable than I was previously. Playing Butt from hand makes me feel better, though. It's still winnable. All right, 0-60 for 4. You will have an action point. We're not blocking this. You have no resources to Boom Grenade off the top. Gun for 2. I don't need to block this. I go to 4. All right. Surely I can get there now. During the late, who are you going to rep when Kayo moves to better pastures? I'm not sure yet. I've got a few heroes that I'm looking at. But I'm not sure who it's going to be. After this, so next week, I'm going to be playing the hell out of... why am I blanking on the name? Fi. So maybe Naib's combo Fi is good enough to be interesting and exciting to me. I want to enable chat. Hello, Zenab. Thank you. They're a big fan. Yeah, we just kind of, again, the 31 damage turn. Being able to stop that Boom Grenade, honestly, was not a call that I... In hindsight, I don't know that that call was correct. It just jumped out to me as something that I should do. But in thinking about it, like, I think the hand was just bad enough. Okay, against Jarl. We should be favored. Okay, until LL, rep Fi until LL, then Syndra. I'm not going back to Syndra. Syndra just feels so bad for me to play. I'm looking at Jarl as a hero that I'm experimenting with, Volva. I do want to start playing the Guardians, Playing Terra, playing Florian for that weakened CC, and then Terra for that weakened Sage really did make me feel better about playing Guardian. Playing just like blocky decks in general. Like it felt good. It felt like I had agency, like I can express skill, and I need to give myself credit for having skill. Unfortunately, this is a Blood Rush turn. Unless I'm gonna pitch the Blood Rush, and I don't really think I need to take this to second cycle. So unless I'm gonna pitch the Blood Rush, there isn't a way to safely play this hand, safely convert this hand that doesn't play Blood Rush. So it's like, do I like doing it? No. Is it better than the alternative of sending Bare Fangs and hoping I hit? Or like sending Mandible Claw and IPing 2? No. So I'm looking at Guardian. After KO goes, I need to start putting reps into Jarl. I still want to be playing 5 for the channel. This is an... I don't know if this is even an interesting hand. We could Buck Wild Bare Fangs. I could Buck Wild Mandible Claw Arsenal Bare Fangs. I could Mandible Claw Bare Fangs, hope to Arsenal Buck Wild. I always just hate ending on a Bare Fangs with a card in hand, because for all I know, it's going to turn into Vigorous Smash Up, and then I have to Arsenal it. And yeah, I have Crown to bail me out, but I'm not really trying to break my equipment against Jarl. If I'm trying to play around Stalagmite, then I'm probably doing the Buck Wild. I think I'm fine with Buck Wild Bare Fangs here, and if I get the Stalagmite, then I'm breaking Chain to Gauntlet Mandible Claw, and that's fine. Oh, lol. Play for Arsenal so you don't get blown out by Shield. Yeah, I would have been happy. I would have just Arsenaled the Bare Fangs there if the Stalagmite doesn't get used. So I'm down a Blood Rush, unfortunately. Oh, this hand is not good. I guess this hand just blocks with Swing Big and then sends a Reckless Stampede for 8. And it's like, fine. Arsenal the other Reckless Stampede, which is much better. It's a good chain ender. Put Jarl into a position. Let's see how they want to block. All right. We win the clash. We have a Bare Fangs on top. I'm going to bottom that because it is not a blue, it doesn't block, and it isn't named Blood Rush Bellow. Get another D-React. Swing Big to your Autumn's Touch. Again, this one does block 3, but it isn't blue. It doesn't have Go Again, and it isn't named Blood Rush Bellow. Alright, you have a Channel Lake Frigid. I know you have... Oh, no, you don't have one on top. Did you bottom your Autumn's Touch? No, you left your Autumn's Touch on top. So what does this hand get to do? This hand has 6 resources, and I need 7 of them, which means that I just do not very many things. I just do probably Bare Fangs is going to be the most damage here. Could also Reckless Stampede to Arsenal a Buck Wild. Hand is a resource short of being very good. Bare Fangs is the highest value. I get to send 8 without letting my opponent get conditional block 4s. Reckless Stampede clears the arsenal to make room for Buck Wild. I think I'm doing that. I think we're going to Reckless Stampede, we Arsenal the Buck Wild, we keep a blue. Sending Buck Wild into second cycle would have been an option. Blue block 3, I win the clash. This is not called... Well, I might need the blue for the Channel Lake Frigid. We'll leave that on top. You showed me an Autumn's Touch, which you bottomed. I know you have an Autumn's Touch in hand, so it's possible they don't get to keep the Channel Lake. But I don't really mind having blues here. Okay. Oakenold happens. I cannot easily stop this. What's nice is my opponent's hand sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't Arsenal here. I think we just take 9. Let's go ahead and bottom the Wild Ride first. This is pretty reasonable. You're going to lose the Channel Lake Frigid. I am going to Bare Fang's Gauntlet Claw. What does this one do? Just dominate? Okay. If we get Stalagmite here, I just Claw. Either way, I'm fine. You arsenaled one of the bad cards and then you crowned it away. That's fine with me. I guess I should not be expecting my opponent to Stalagmite here if they showed me Shield Beater and Visit Anvilheim, one of which got pitched, but 2 of them are still viable. They're likely not trying to Stalagmite here so that they can put a counter back onto it. Red Boulder Drop is a card that you are legally allowed to play. Spinal Crush for 9 says that I am blocking 3, taking 6. I'm going to return Show of Strength and then Arsenal the Buckwild. I really don't want to start giving armor. It's possible that this Jarl is on Unforgetting, Unforgiving, and Mangle. They are doing like a mid-range thing, so it wouldn't surprise me. But we can Arsenal the Buckwild, just wait for a 5-card hand that converts. This is not to say that I'll never block with my armor. I'm just waiting. Hey, it's time to block with our armor. Probably don't need to give trackers here. I have the Buckwild, and I'm thinking if I break the Sash, I'll open myself up to getting Frostbites from Jarl, but none of my armor will have a -1 counter on it. So I'm not opening myself up to Unforgetting, Unforgiving. I think this is fine. I don't expect to need to break trackers. And you know what, if I do, I lost 1 point. That's fine. No. What do I get to do? Buckwild, Buckwild, Claw. Seems fine. What is the best way to play around what you might do? Could also break Sash, Buckwild, Buckwild, Bear Hug. It's not worth the Sash for 2 more points. You are giving me Stalagmite. If you are giving me Stalagmite, there is now an argument to break Sash, where I get Sash is now worth 5 points. If I don't break Sash, I'm gauntleting into probably Claw. I think Sash just became worth it. I didn't need to break it there. Yeah, we'll Claw first. So this just gives us information. If our opponent like blizzards me, then I don't Sash here. If they give me cards from hand, I don't Sash here. I think as it is, I don't Sash here, I just wait. I'm pretty confident that my opponent's turn is not going to be exciting. Like Tunic is up, this could just be Shield Beater for 5, and that's fine. They have no more Stalagmite. I get to return, what is this, 15? 16? 17? Can we make it 18? They get to send 8 and 9. Oh, it's actually 17. Opponent's in blockout mode. We just send 9. If they want to fold the hand, that's even better for me. If they don't want to fold the hand, that's good for me too. Oaken double fuse. Cool. Really don't want to go to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. I could give all of my armor to stop the Oaken Old. And that probably? I'm keeping the Buckwild. I guess I don't need to keep the Buckwild. Oaken Old here is very well timed and makes me wish that I had broken my sash. Well, not really. This was 2 turns ago. The Oaken Old here is very fortuitous for our opponent. I don't want to go to 2 with them having Crater Hoof and being at 11. So we're probably blocking no matter what. Find a Buckwild. Still gonna go for it here. I don't think I need to break my trackers. It's definitely a world where I'm sad that I didn't, but I think it's fine. The big value play here is Wild Ride, hope to keep Swing Big. The smaller value play that still gets cards is Mandible Claw into Swing Big Arsenal Wild Ride, which I really don't hate doing. I'm gonna go for the higher value line. Just hit. Honestly, what if I just hit? I'm like really freaking out about how to play around, like what happens if I discard my Swing Big? Just don't discard it. I don't know, like sometimes I feel like people make a really big deal out of playing Kayo, like there's so much variance involved with like what if your draw discard doesn't go your way? And it's like just discard the right card. If I don't sash, why no Gauntlet? Because I wasn't sure yet if I was going to sash. I wanted to see how Jarl was going to respond to my turn. And based on what they were doing, it seemed like the right play was to just burn the 2 resources and sit on the Buckwild. So if we had fast forwarded a turn, and I do my Blood Rush into Buckwild Mandible Claw, and Jarl keeps the 3 cards to Oaken Old me, then I'm saying, okay, I am going to break sash. I'm going to push the damage. I'm going to make you pay for this. But because the Jarl went down to 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal, I was pretty convinced that the turn was not going to be good. Okay, Pulse is fine. This is just 1 Frostbite, which I can pay through. If we were looking at like a Blizzard, I was going to respond by discarding the Agile Windup, which is why I pitched the way that I did. This just means that I miss 1 from the Gauntlet, but I'm still threatening lethal and making a Might. This is fine. Jarl goes to 4. I am slowly but surely running out of go again. That said, I still have my beaten trackers. Sure, I'll keep Energetic Impact in the deck. Just hit. Honestly, just hit. That was almost spooky. But now I get to do the cool thing, where I Mandible Claw into Bear Hug. Bear Hug showing why it is a good card. Because instead of this being a 3 for 5, and me breaking Chain, activating Gauntlets, and sending 6 damage this turn, I'm actually sending 8 damage this turn. Which is not enough to win the game, but is enough to get this card and put potentially Jarl to 1. I have no Reckless Stampedes in the deck. Jarl goes to 1. I just need to find a point of damage. We continue to find Go again. Because of these breakpoints, I don't need to play this Wild Ride. I can just take 2 cards from Jarl, break Chain, Gauntlets, take 2 cards from Jarl with the Mandible Claw, and then sit on this Wild Ride. I don't have a Blood Rush left. I just pitched the Tear Limb, so I know the Wild Ride is going to hit. I just need to wait. This hand says, I will go. Dang. Could break my trackers, follow up with the Bear Fang. I'm going to. I mean, at this point, the game is ended, right? I get to 6-3-8. But if I go for Bear Fangs instead, it's cooler. This, I pitched the Buckwild. We break the trackers. This is also just the higher value line if I'm trying to end a game. I get to send the Bear Fangs. If the Bear Fangs doesn't discard the Beast Within, then I just Gauntlet Mandible Claw and I do the same amount of damage. But this is the higher value line where if I do discard the Beast Within, then I'm up. So like I would have kept this Run Roughshod and also drawn a Bear Fangs. So I would have gotten to Mandible Claw Bear Fangs. Would have been much cooler than what actually happened, which was still, enough to win a game. So these are the Jarl decks that I'd love to keep pairing into as Fi, where they're playing like Earth mid-range. And I can definitely beat that. This is also like, Kayo is very good into this style of Guardian because they don't really pressure you and they can't fatigue you because all of your attacks are 6 or 8 power. So they can't just like block with a card. You're trading 1 card for 2 of theirs. So I love running into this style of deck as Kayo, but, rip to our boy very soon. I'm going to call it here. It's been a great day of Kayo games. I think we only lost one of them, and it was to an Oscilio who drew very well. But even there, we learned the lesson of, hey, maybe we sit on that flesh bag for a little longer, and I would have hit the Mind Warp. Possibly. We know they had Etchings in ours. Etchings was the card that got intimidated. But if I don't get shocked and killed that turn, I send a 5-card Blood Rush because I didn't get Mind Warp, so lesson learned. The other lesson there was win the die roll, so go first against Oscilio, and don't draw bad cards. Draw good cards instead. Thank you all for hanging out. I will be back on Thursday. Wow, this is not a good shirt to wear while streaming, even if I do want to rep my girl, who's probably coming back in 2 months, 3 months. Third age, baby. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll be back on Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, playing more Kayo while I still can. Rip to our boy this weekend. Getting the reps, making sure the deck works. Next week, be playing Fi, so get excited for that. And thank you all for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day. A great Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll see you back bright and early on Thursday. And until then, take care.